Hello, everyone. It is nice to see you. Wow. We've never had so many in the chat already. Talking up a storm. How are you? Welcome. Come on in. It's nice to see you guys. Welcome. Thanks for waiting for me. That's so nice. I open up the live and you guys are already here. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, you guys, how you doing? Hope this music isn't too loud. I'll turn it down a little bit. There, just have some background music going on. How are you guys all? It is so nice to see you. My name is Shannon Gilmore. Hi. I'm not going to put this lamp on today. I don't want a light shining in my face. I just don't feel like dealing with the bright light in my face today, so I'm just winging it today. So that's okay. It's Sunday afternoon. It's a day for just relaxation, right? We can just relax. All right, so today we have a video for you. Oh, oopsie. I'm doing fine. Thank you very much. I'm doing well. How are you? I'm just trying to reorientate the video here. See? Ooh, there we go. If it's not broke, don't fix it. That's what I always say. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. Don't touch. All right, so I'm just gonna leave it. All right, I'm doing fine. How are you all? We're gonna talk about the essential guide of protecting yourself from a narcissist. There's some don'ts, some big don'ts, some big do not do's with a narcissist. By now, you know you're dealing with a narcissist. I don't need to tell you that. You don't need anybody to tell you that. You've been through it all with them. You've been to hell and back as they have put you through hell and actually left you there. You know what to do. And you know what not to do. You know what to say. And you know what not to say. Still, in all your experience of dealing with someone who is a narcissistic individual, you may find yourself off guard. See, we often are enmeshed or entangled with the narcissist, and sometimes narcissism isn't easy to spot when we're not looking for it. That's why it's important that if you suspect, go with your gut instinct. Don't second guess. Don't act as if you might be wrong about the person. Don't second guess. Finally, you left him, Andrea. Good. How do you feel? How do you feel? It's not an easy thing to do, so good for you. You're grieving the process. Yeah. See, it's not a regular breakup, is it? You're mourning the loss of the person that you loved and the person that you thought you loved. So it's like, and then you're mourning the person who could have been. And then you're mourning the loss of you. And there's so much going on. So just be easy with yourself. Just be gentle. Just nurture yourself when and where you can. And we're here for you. Narcissists are unpredictable. Well, they are, but they're unpredictable in their predictability. See, when you know what to look for in a narcissist, you'll see it. Their predictability can be used for your benefit. You know the classic signals, the love bombing, the devaluation, the hoovering, the gaslighting, the triangulation, the lying, the manipulation, the deceit, the cowardice, you've been through it all. You know. And you know the intense intimacy, you know the lavish gifts, the empty promises, promise of a future together. You know that this is just an illusion. And coming to that truth is, well, it comes to you in a way where you are left kind of at an identity crisis. That's when you kind of realize all of this, because you recognize there's a problem, but you don't understand what the problem is exactly, and you end up questioning, who the hell am I? I don't even recognize myself anymore. And that's when things just start to fall into place. See, narcissism isn't easy to spot when we are not looking for it. But the illusion is that this relationship is just too damn perfect. And it's too much too soon. We're swept off our feet. It's short-lived idealization, but we don't know that. See, what happens is the narcissist leads us to believe very quickly that we're in an ideal relationship that is perfect, as we're led to believe that relationships can be perfect. There is such a thing as a perfect relationship because we're in it, we're feeling it. But it's an illusion. It's just too perfect, and it's too much too soon. And it's not that the relationship could never be, it's that it can never be. It can't work. It just can't. And once the narcissist secures control over you through all the nice things that they say, and they establish this trauma bond, the push and pull dynamic, well, then I lost my place. Where am I? Okay. So once the narcissist begins to kind of put you in your place, like use all these tactics against you, but you don't know that these are against you, that you think you're led to believe that this is all for you, for the relationship, the love bombing, the future faking, the feigned attempt at empathy. You think that this is all for you, and it feels good, so how could it be wrong? Well, when the narcissist secures their in with you through all these things, then this is what secures their control over you. And then they begin to devalue you. They withhold attention and affection. Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you. Welcome. Come on in. They withhold attention and affection. They isolate you and force you to become emotionally dependent on them. You seek their approval as they thrive on creating conflict to punish you and put you in your place. They will use your friends and family against you to shove you down and keep you down. This is how desperate they are for control over you. Now, I'm not saying to you guys anything that you don't already know. You know this. When the narcissist is challenged, confronted, or exposed in some way, oh, freaking look out. They respond with intense rage known as narcissistic injury. You see, The reason why this happens, it's not because the narcissist suffers from a fragile ego. It's something different. We've been led to believe that the narcissist has a fragile ego, but no, that's not what we have to worry about. The new science shows that the narcissist really doesn't care what you think about them. They don't have a fragile sense of ego. No, they have a fragile a fragile sense of superiority. They have they suffer from this instability to maintain their superiority over everyone else. That's what we're really fighting, and that's the conflict inside of them. See, that happens, their rage comes out when we stand up to the narcissist. We're fighting their control, but the narcissist, they assume that our no and our boundaries prevent them from becoming superior in our lives. So when we stand up to the narcissist, we're challenging their superiority. And that is what they are actually reacting to. When their dominance is threatened, they lash out in attempts to regain that dominance. How you doing, everyone? Hey, Resistor, how you doing? They are extremely jealous idiots. Ooh, yeah. So because of their fragile sense of importance, this might be why narcissists have a tendency to ruin special occasions. They crave being the center of attention because when all eyes are on them, they have the attention of others, which makes them feel important or superior. They may sabotage celebrations or create drama to shift the focus back on themselves. Once you know, you know. And once you know, you now know that it is not in your best interest to do certain things with narcissists. It's time to protect yourself by avoiding participating. We give you a big hug too, Resistor. It's in your best interest to avoid participating in special activities with the narcissist. All activities, and we're going to get into some of those activities here in this video. Why? Because a narcissist is dangerous. There is never an innocent narcissist. All narcissists are dangerous. Why? Because they lie. Lying is dangerous. Narcissists are dangerous because they cannot be trusted, ever. Never, ever, ever. Don't turn your back on a narcissist because they are volatile. They're highly reactive and unpredictable within their predictability. Those predictable patterns that you know are abusive, they're still unpredictable within those patterns. So never turn your back on a narcissist and never trust them to do the right thing or act in your best interest, because they never, ever, 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 ever will. Never, ever. Never, ever. Hi. Welcome to Positively Spiritual. My name is Shannon Gilmore. How you doing? This is the channel where we dive into the heart of the matter and unpack and address things about narcissism that we don't yet know, we're curious to know, and we're discovering. We're just on a new discovery path, trying to figure this out like everybody else, but we ask the deep questions on this channel. We allow our empathy to guide us and transform us as we heal on this channel. You don't think healing is possible? Just go watch. I double dare you. Go watch the last 6 lives on this channel. you'll want to watch the 6 lives before that and 6 more lives before that. This channel has got you covered. We are diving deep into the heart of the matter through spiritual insight, through, common sense reasoning, but also using the Word of God. And also, we dig into the psychological aspects and the scientific assertions, new scientific discoveries. And we're learning a lot about narcissism, as we're learning a lot about ourselves as well, as we're learning a lot about God. Hi, Thrive. Nice to see you. How you doing? It's good to see you. Where have you been? So, if you guys want to talk one-on-one with me live on a private chat to help you work things out, I do have one-on-one coaching sessions, hour long. You can sign up on my Ko-Fi channel. Just click on services and you can make an appointment with me. And if you want to chat, you got comments, questions, or suggestions, comment in the chat here. Or if you want to remain anonymous, you can use my email that's in the description of this video. Thank you, everyone. This video channel thrives and survives on your likes, your subscriptions, your shares, your contributions to this channel through chat. Get to know your neighbor, get to know each other, because you know what? We're just one big happy family here. So welcome. It's really nice to see you. Okay, so let's just get into this. This is just going to be a short and sweet video tonight because it is Sunday evening and people have work, and I don't want to keep you guys too late. All right, and I want to get to, if you guys have comments or questions, I want to read the chat. And my internet's been on and off today. We kind of got cut off on our Bible study today, so I'm just want to be short and sweet today because I don't know when I'm going to get cut off again today because it's been on and off. So we're just going to get through this as best as we can. How does that sound? Yeah, okay. So enough dilly-daddling. Here's a list of things to avoid with the narcissist. And this is going to basically make you question your relationship. Because if you can't do these things with the narcissist, what the hell are you in a relationship with them for then? This is gonna make sense to you. Avoid traveling with them. What starts as a romantic getaway can quickly turn into a nightmare. Been there, done that, never again. Narcissists often use vacations to isolate and control their partners, and in extreme cases, abandon them in foreign places. Oh, it's been known to happen. Many survivors have reported being devalued on their honeymoon, a time that should be filled with joy. So if your partner exhibits narcissistic tendencies, be cautious of invitations to isolated trips. Number 2, avoid spending holidays and special occasions together. It's kind of like traveling together, but this is like spending, wedding anniversaries, birthdays, Christmases with them. Oh yeah, narcissists are famous for sabotaging birthdays, anniversaries, and celebrations. They struggle when attention isn't on them and will go to great lengths to create chaos. And this is a perfect time for a smear campaign, especially when they get drunk and tipsy. Oh yeah, like they just start chugging back the drink, and then this just loose lips. So if you have a toxic person in your life, or if you know a toxic person, okay, this is essential. Do not share your celebration with them. Don't tell them when your birthday is. Don't tell them that you're going to be celebrating Christmas at, your mom and dad's. If you're dating, just don't. If you can avoid celebrating any type of celebration with the narcissist, then do. Just make an excuse. Be busy. Say, I gotta work. And don't put yourself, do not put yourself in a position where you are going to be the brunt. You're going to get the brunt of it. You're going to be sidelined. You're going to be undermined. You're going to be devalued. You're going to be discarded. You're going to be smear campaigned. It's just, it's avoidable. Number 3, avoid attending social gatherings with them. You know, the family reunion or the high school reunion. Yeah, those kinds of things. Narcissists thrive in social settings where they can create jealousy and competition. Don't go to the Christmas party with them. By openly flirting or triangulating others against you, they manipulate emotions to keep you off balance. If you attend events with them, be mindful of their tactics and avoid getting drawn into their games. Already you're saying, well, these are the things that bond us together. You know, we should be able to participate in these things. You can't with the narcissist. Avoid family gatherings with them. Either their family gatherings or your own family gatherings. Narcissists excel at painting themselves as the victim while making you appear unstable. They may provoke you in a private conversation and remain composed in public. So they'll air out your private laundry in public. Been there, done that. Oh my gosh, so freaking embarrassing. And they try to make it seem like you're the problem. If you must attend a family event, maintain your composure and stick to the facts and avoid being misrepresented. And I always say take separate cars or have enough money to take an Uber home. Number 5, avoid falling for love bombing tactics. Love bombing is a tool used to fast track emotional and physical intimacy. To counter this, slow down the pace of the relationship. You have the choice. You have the power to do that. Don't allow them to overwhelm you with constant communication or extravagant gestures. You have a right to say, you know what, this is going way too fast. You don't know me well enough, so please don't say that to me. That's insulting my intelligence. You'll see how quickly they will run. They don't want anybody to stand up to them. So take the time to assess their actions rather than getting swept up in their intensity. Number 6, avoid financial entanglements. Oh my goodness. Get your own bank account. And preferably, if the narcissist doesn't know, the better. Narcissists often use money as a means of control. Been there, done that. Do not take loans from them. Do not accept expensive gifts. Do not co-sign on contracts. Don't put your house up for a bond if they're in trouble. Do not share financial assets. As tempting as their offers may seem, nothing is ever given freely. It always has a price. Financial ties can be used as leverage to keep you trapped in a toxic relationship. Been there, done that. How many of you can relate to this? This is number 7, avoid unrecorded conversations. You do need to let the person know. In some states, you need to let the person know you're recording the conversation. But if you are dealing with the narcissist in a business setting or experiencing harassment, stalking, avoid verbal communication that lacks documentation. Stick to emails. Hi, Ted. How you doing? It's good to see you. Stick to emails and text messages whenever possible. Having a written record can protect you from manipulation and gaslighting. You know what? This conversation is over. I'm really not interested. Well said. Yep. take the lead. Take the lead. So these are just, these are 7 do nots, the 7 do not do's with the narcissist. But the thing is, avoiding these 7 things, this is just, now that we know these things seem obvious, but it's not so obvious when you're going through it, because you want to use these things. You want to use the fun times together as a tool for bonding. But the narcissist doesn't intend to bond with you. They can't bond with you. They don't want to. They don't get in a relationship for long term. It's a short term. It's short-term supply. Even though you've been married to them for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, it's still short-term supply, because they've got other people on the wings, like on the outside of your relationship. So if you can't do these 7 things with the narcissist, what the heck are you doing with them? That's what you got to ask yourself. And that's not a judgment. It's just, what am I doing with the narcissist if I can't spend my time, my family, my special times and things that matter to me? If I can't spend them and include them in this, then what are they good for in my life? What purpose do they serve? That's something only you can answer. Ted says, I learned that from Harry Crane on the TV show Mad Men. He walked out of a pointless conversation with one of the higher ups. Yep. So you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Okay. You guys just talk away. It's so nice to see, you guys sharing your stories. You're sharing your, see, that's the thing on this channel. I'm a firm believer in you are allowed to share your side of the story. You're allowed to share. You're allowed to tell. You're allowed to talk. And, the thing with narcissists is they don't want you to talk. They don't want you to share. That's why they isolate you. They isolate you from your support system, so you can't share with how bad the narcissist is. And they usually go to the smear campaign first and get ahead of the problem, because they know they've been through this so many times. They know what happens. They know that people smack talk about them and tell the truth and talk to their family members and talk to their friends. What should I do about this person? They know. So they get ahead of it. And how they get ahead of it is to smear campaign you first before you get a chance to tell the truth on them and tell your system of friends and support group, and and have somebody give you advice that you might take that would go against the relationship you have with the narcissist. I've often had the narcissist tell me, I don't like you being friends with that person because they're putting ideas in your head. What kind of ideas? Oh, you might leave me. Well, if I choose to leave you, that's because of me. I've got a brain between my ears, thank you, and I'll use it. If I see that there's a problem between me and you, I'll call it out. I won't, I won't be hide behind something like fake advice or whatever it is. It's like, I know enough now, as we all do know, we know enough about narcissism now. We can call it out, and I'll stand in front of a mirror and say, what the hell is wrong with you, Shannon? I've said that to myself. I was just like, wake up, girl. Wake the frick up. Do you like hurting yourself? Because that's what it is at this point, because the narcissist doesn't care and you care about yourself. So if you do care about yourself, then I have to ask you, Shannon, why are you hurting yourself? Why are you doing this to you? Sometimes you have to listen to the sound of your own voice and wake the frick up. Because the narcissist tells on themselves, I don't want you hanging around that person. That person's a bad influence. That person doesn't have your best interest at heart. Yeah, bullshit. Excuse me, bullshit. They don't want other people putting ideas in your head to leave. You know, if they're saying that, if they're saying that about your friends, they're saying what they think your friends are going to say to you. They're getting ahead of it. They're projecting, they're judging your friends based on how they've been judged by other people's friends before. Maybe the person who was traumatized by the narcissist said, oh, my friend Cynthia, oh, my friend Julie, not calling anybody out here on this channel, my friend Julie says that you're a bad influence on me. So the narcissist is going to take that and they will parrot that to another supply to get ahead of it. They don't want to be talked bad about, because if their supply is given the idea that, hey, yeah, this person doesn't have my best interests. You're right, best friend. Thank you for having my back. I think I'm going to break up with them tonight. And in fact, maybe I'll just ghost them. They don't deserve, they've disrespected me. They don't deserve my respect of breaking up. This isn't a normal relationship. They conned me and gaslit me to believe that I was saying yes to somebody who was just like me, who was kind and nice and compassionate and loving and, you know, endearing and real and honest. No, I didn't sign up to be duped, and I didn't sign up to get involved in a one-sided relationship. So all bets are freaking off. And you can walk away. You don't owe the narcissist an explanation. So these 7 things: avoid traveling with them, avoid spending holidays, avoid attending social gatherings, avoid family gatherings, avoid falling for the love bombing, avoid financial entanglements, avoid unrecorded conversations. I mean, avoid 7 ways to Sunday. We've got avoid doing certain things with the narcissist. Then we ask ourselves, why are we with them? If we can't do these 7 things that are bonding, these are bonding modalities in our relationships that bring us closer together, that make us, you know, when we share our families with the narcissist, we're bringing them in and saying, yes, you're one with the family. Well, when you don't want to bring them to your family gatherings anymore, what does that say? You're out. So that's pretty sad, but the narcissist does it to themselves. They do it to themselves. Okay. You could benefit from a CODA class. Thrive, are you on our group, private group chat on Telegram? On Telegram, if you can download the app on your computer or on your phone and just look up my name, SRNITYBLU, scoot me off a direct message and we'll get you, I'll get you a private link to our private group chat. It's not a codependence group chat, but it's a support group. Like, we're all here supporting each other, and you know, here on this private chat, it's not regulated, so we can talk about the things that concern us most, such as suicide, sexual assault, domestic violence, eating disorders, you know, just stalking, you know, stuff like that, stuff that social media censors. And, you know, you can ask questions, and there's, you know, we're here for you. So if whatever question you want to ask, it will get answered. And if we don't know the answer, we'll find out for you. So welcome. Yeah. So did you guys oh, so Ted says psychopaths are social predators who charm, manipulate, and ruthlessly exploit others for their own gain. Dr. Robert Hare. Yeah. Yep. That is true. That is true. Yes, you can email me and I'll send you the link. Absolutely. Absolutely, I will do that for you. Welcome to the family. And you know, we've learned so much. It's hard to keep up with the information of who they are, what they do, what they've been up to, what they continue to do behind our backs after the discard. Is like they are predictable. That's for certain. They are predictable, but they are unpredictable in their predictability, because you never know. Like there's rage always just bubbling under the surface. Okay, you have a question, Cynthia? What's your question? How come they are all the same? That's a good question. How come we're all the same? I'm asking you that because we are all predestined. What does unconditional love look like? It has variances because of our different characteristics and our upbringing. So we all view love differently, or we all express love differently, but really it's all the same, because unconditional love is unconditional love. It's the same pattern. It doesn't recognize, unconditional love in us doesn't recognize what you've done or who you've been, right? So we're like this because we are godly. The narcissist is all the same because they follow their own father, the devil. And they've been predestined with a character in them to follow the ways of the opposite, that is fear. And fear is the same too. It's not the same as love, but it's the same. There's just varying degrees. You have jealousy, you have, you know, resentment, you have feelings of unworthiness, feelings of rejection, feelings of abandonment. All of this stuff is rooted in fear. So that's why they're the same, because they follow the characteristic of the enemy. And we follow the characteristic of God. And see, when it really matters, when push comes to shove, we all step up to the plate and we step into our unconditional love, and we just give it without question. That's our true nature. There's no questions asked, no animosity. We just give it. Doesn't matter how many times we've been hurt. Doesn't matter who hurt us. Doesn't matter if they're a stranger or if they're familiar to us. It doesn't matter. We give everybody our unconditional love. And the narcissist is the same. When they see us sad, when they see us bewildered, confused, that's when they treat us in fear. And they hurt us because their character is the same as their dad, the enemy, the devil. So all the non-negotiables about the Antichrist, Jeanette. Okay, I'm getting into the conversation. Yeah. Who is their master? The devil. Yeah. So I just don't get it with my narc. He praises Jesus, but exhibits this behavior. It's like false prophet. Exactly. Like Jesus says, these people will honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. So what does he say? He says, I will say to them, go away. I never knew you. Go away. Go away. I never knew you. Wow. Those are the people who are going to be gnashing their teeth on the outside of heaven's gates as depicted in Revelation. The only people that have accepted me and I get along with are the fellow believers. We were predestined before we were born. That's right. Yeah. No, they won't have a Bible study with you because they're scared of you knowing more than they do. They can't go deep. They can't understand the parables. They don't understand the spiritual nature of Scripture. They don't understand what we would call the metaphors. They, the wheat and the tares, the wolf in sheep's clothing, the sheep and the goats. God separates the sheep from the goats. Even planting seed. I mean, even Jesus said to his disciples, when he was talking about, he said, be careful of the yeast of the yeast. And they're like, why is Jesus talking about bread? And Jesus is like, are you still so dull? I was talking about the yeast of the Pharisees. So the minds of the narcissist are confounded. And they're confounded with pride. There's no humility. And because the narcissist thinks they are superior to everybody else, so they know they don't want to do Bible study because they're going to get found out that they don't know the truth. And once you surpass their belief or their knowledge of Scripture, oh, look out. You're going to get it. You'll be told. I've had this said to me so many times by many narcissists that they are jealous of my faith, and they're upset that I know more about God than they do. And I'm like, well, you can study too. I don't have time. I don't have time to study. Well, that's not my problem. I make time. Nobody's better than anybody else. It's just priorities. And the narcissist is busy keeping up appearances. So they will never know peace. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Marlena. Nice to see you. I'm reborn and he barely cares about God talk. Yeah. Yeah, and it's hard because you want to talk about God and they don't. And you use God to bond yourself to the other person. Because, I mean, when you have God as, a common theme between the two of you, the love of God is common. It's the most important in your life. And you finally find somebody who loves God too. I mean, you want to share God. You don't want that's your soul. And the narcissist stifles that, because the narcissist cannot take that God is superior to the narcissist. And if you and God are one, that means you are superior to the narcissist. So that's not going to fly with them. They're not going to like that at all. So I studied with Jehovah Witnesses years ago, and they were amazed over how much I understood Scripture. I don't believe that they are the only true religion. No. No. And thank you. God is always good and just. Amen. Yes. I asked him to go to church with me, and he said, yeah, that's not for me. Then he told my daughter he's going to church with New Supply, because the New Supply doesn't know him as well as you know him. He can fake his spirituality in front of this New Supply. He can't fake it with you. That's why that happened. That's exactly why that happened. True religion is in your heart, not in a religion. Yeah. Yeah, very true. Well said. Well said. So did you guys catch the Bible study this afternoon? We kind of got cut off. I don't know what happened, but I was talking about the enemy, and I was, oh my gosh, we were digging into it, and all of a sudden, just my internet cut out. Other people said that their service, their phone service, went to 5G or 4G or whatever it was. It was just like, wow, something happened. It was just really, really weird, but I think it was a good, it was a wonderful Bible study. We did Psalms 111, 112, 113, and I think we read 114. I'm not sure. I can't remember, because I was just so excited, and then our internet cut out. So I apologize, but it's beyond my control. But yeah, well, we're here. We're here for all of you who are, wow, we've got a big group today, 32 people in the chat so far that I'm aware of. It could be more, it could, YouTube sometimes doesn't filter the channel properly. But hi, welcome, it's nice to see you. I'm Shannon Gilmore. Welcome to Positively Spiritual. This is the place where we dig into it. Tonight is just kind of a little, or just, it's the end of the week. Tomorrow's the start of the week. So we're just doing something light tonight, but we're here twice a day in the afternoon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 10 o'clock in the evening, Eastern Standard Time. And we get into this. Tomorrow we're going to have some nuggets of information. We'll probably go the full hour, and maybe even an hour and a half. Sometimes we're here for 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours, depending on what God wants to share with us and talk about. But we dig into the narcissistic, the narcissistic personality disorder in a way that really helps us to heal, because I'm a firm believer in knowledge is power. When you understand, you can apply that knowledge and go the distance, do what you need to do. And, your healing is up to you. Don't let anybody tell you you got to heal this way. This channel, it's here for you. I'm not telling you what to do. I share my story. I share my heartache and pain with you to help you understand that you're not alone. And if I can share my story with you, maybe that will help you to share your story with somebody who you can trust. Because when you release the burden and the pain just by talking, that does help. And when you can feel a little bit, alleviated of the pressure, of that emotional pressure, then you feel like you're, can do something about it. And then you begin to take steps in walking out your healing. So if you want healing, you're welcome to it. But you heal on your time. You heal your way. Don't let anybody tell you how to heal, what to do. Do this, do that. No, you shouldn't do that. You know what? All knowledge is just a suggestion. Knowledge is truthful, but you won't come to that realization until you put it to the task, until you make it known to you. And some modalities work for you and some don't. But keep trying, never give up. Just keep going. Put one foot in front of the other. If I can do this, you can do this. If we're doing this, we're in this together. Like seriously, we're doing this together, and welcome to the family. So thank you, Cynthia. You guys are so sweet and so nice. And I'm just so honored to know all of you guys and be able to talk. And, you guys have made this channel what it is. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be on this healing trajectory, like praising God, shouting his name, feeling positive. Like, oh my gosh. You guys have helped me so much, and you're helping each other and you're helping yourselves. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. This feels good. Being here is a safe space, and thank you for making it a safe space, because that's all I've ever wanted, is to have a place for us to talk and share and grieve and mourn and laugh and sing and, be ourselves. And you guys have done that, so thank you. Big group hugs. You guys are awesome. So we can get notified when you have Bible studies once we subscribe. Yes, I already did. Thank you, Shannon. Absolutely. Yes. So thank you for subscribing. So I know, right? Sometimes I just repeat his name, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Me too. It's just so amazing to feel he's as close as his name. So Shannon is here every day at 1 Eastern and 10 Eastern, and Sunday Bible studies 2 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Cynthia. Yes, thank you very much for sharing that information. Thank you so much. So, yeah. Well, guys, with that said, it's just about 11 o'clock, and I really didn't want to make a big video tonight because I did a power walk. I'm tired. It's Sunday. We got to get some sleep. We got to start getting our sleep, right? Got to wake up tomorrow, rise and shine and give God the glory, glory, rise and shine. Wake up tomorrow with a smile on your face. Yeah, so I just want to say thank you everyone for joining me tonight. There are links in the description of this video if you want my email. Check out the description if you want to donate to this channel, as your donations help me stay here twice a day. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. And like and share and subscribe to this channel and meet me here twice a day. We'll be back here tomorrow afternoon Eastern time and tomorrow evening at 10 o'clock Eastern time, and we will have some deep dives for you tomorrow. I saw that. The Lord rebuke you. So yes, we do sometimes see orbs here. It's nothing to worry about. It's just the facts that we do talk about the spiritual side of narcissism, because that's what we've got to know. And we have watchers and they come and go, but it's fine. It's nothing to worry about. I mean, I see orbs when I watch TV, like videos, like movies. I'm watching for orbs, and I've seen orbs too. And, coming in beside the actor's face, I'm like, I saw that. So yeah, they're here. They get caught on our camera. So, you know, it's just the way it is. It's nothing to worry about. It's fine. I'm not gonna give them my fear anymore. I'm done with the negativity. They can just go away. So with that said, everyone have a good night, sweet dreams, get rested, because we're in digging tomorrow. We're gonna unpack more stuff about narcissism. I am excited because God shows up. So sweet dreams, God bless, see you tomorrow, and thank you everyone for your loves and your support for this channel. I love you. Good night, sweet dreams. Mwah. Good night.